The Seventh Guest is a node-based point-and-click puzzle adventure with some horror elements. The whole game you witness events from the past in glorious full-motion video, and what you see is the story of 6 guests who are brought to a creepy mansion owned by a toy maker. The guests are told that if they solve his puzzles, they will get their greatest desire, and eventually they find out that the toy maker wants them to get the 7th guest for him, and the 7th guest is a boy who entered the house on a dare. First off, the acting in the FMV is absolutely terrible. Just look at this.
I guess our host wants us to fend for ourselves.
Oh, I've tasted better fare.
At least he left his regrets.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, this was on par for FMV games at the time, and it could be seen as a downside for some or a comic relief, depending on your taste. The puzzles are the only thing that, well, they're the only thing in the game, and they're just average puzzles, but the real problem is they have absolutely nothing to do with anything else in the game. It's the only mechanic and it seems out of place. The only reason they're in the game is to give you something to do, and then they shoehorned it into the story. And speaking of story, you play as a totally passive protagonist, just watching other people interact in the story. And that's bad storytelling. It gives you no player agency. Your choices don't matter in the story because it's all flashbacks of something that already happened. The game really doesn't hold up after almost 22 years. I'd only suggest it if you're feeling nostalgic for cheesy FMV games or just want to mindlessly solve some puzzles.